Good evening, and I welcome you, students. Opening up a new chapter on sound. Sound. I am speaking, you are listening to me. Are you listening to me?
Yes, sir.
So the question is, student, what is this sound? What is sound? In your home, around your home, you are listening different type of sounds. You are listening different type of sounds. You are listening. We are listening, students, different types of the sounds. Am I right? What are the
Yes, sir.
various type of sounds you are listening?
The sounds of cars and people were talking to each other.
Yes. So already the wherever you live, you are finding that some sounds are approaching you. The traffic, vehicles, and your home also you are having different type of sounds. Now the question naturally is, you have electronic medias. Then question is, what is this sound? What do you think? What this sound means to you? What is this sound? First question. What is sound? I'm hitting a table. A sound is being produced. In the school, what is happening? They bang on the bell, and you are listen to the sound. Bus starts, you listen to the sound. Your car starts, you listen to the sound. And any object you see which is undergoing a vibration, that produces a sound. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So sound जो है, what is sound then? Is it if not a form of energy? Sound is also a form of energy which produces what it produces? Sensation of hearing. It produces a sensation of hearing. It produces a sensation of hearing in our ears. That means this is a type of receiver detector. It is able to detect sound. I can say you have heard about detectors. So it can detect the sound, but can it detect all types of sounds? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
There are certain sounds which are very feeble, that it cannot detect. So that means this detector, every detector we have has a range, student. We will discuss about that also. What we call as a audible range. The range which we can listen. And you know, the audible range, bats, bats have more audible range.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So sound is a form of energy, and we have earlier talked of different forms of energy. What other forms of energies we know? What are the forms of energy you have studied? Chemical energy, electrical energy.
Kinetic energy.
You have heard about electrical energy, chemical energy, all these different forms of energy. You are saying potential energy, kinetic energy. They are the two main on which all other energies fall. And you are saying light energy. All these energies we have heard. Now we are talking of another energy, sound energy. You also know the principle of conservation of energy. You already know
Yes,
the
sir.
conservation of energy. What was the conservation of energy, students?
Sir, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed.
Okay. So there is a conservation of energy. Also, we studied about that. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. Energy is conserved. But we also studied that energy can be transformed. It can be transformed from one form into
Another
another.
form.
Now, can the sound be produced by itself, or the production of sound will also require some energy?
So production of sound will also require some energy.
Some energy. Now, how that energy will be provided? That is a question. What happens? You have any object, you hit it, you hit the object, and you say, okay, some sound is produced. Now, let us see what we are trying to say. The first question which we are discussing is what is sound, and explain. Just now we told you, student, what we told you, that sound is nothing but is a form of energy which producing hearing sensation in our ears. Everything is a form of energy. They cause the neighboring particles. You know, any object you take, it is made up of tiny particles. Objects
Yes, sir.
are made up of tiny particles, students. Now, if the objects are made up of tiny particles, what happens? These particles vibrate. These particles vibrate. What will happen if these are the particles posing? They start vibrating like this, or they start vibrating like this. They are vibrating. And what is the vibration? Vibration is also a form of energy. It is an energy. And if they start vibrating more and more, that means they have more energy. And they vibrate so much that they start giving energy, which we are talking of, the sound energy. So the vibrations can continue. If the vibrations are feeble, then you see the vibrations are small, lower energy. But when vibrations become very strong, what happens? These particles are going to emit what we call as energy, which is the sound energy. So the process continues until vibrations. These are the vibrations of the particles which are reaching the person's ears, and we are able to hear the sound. Therefore, what you are saying, that there are particles. And as this object, for example, is made up of particles, as they vibrate, what happens? They produce vibrations. They are producing vibrations, student, where? In the neighboring particles, and the neighboring particles are colliding with the neighboring particles. So what is the result of this? These particles. So, and here, for example, is your ear. Okay? This is your ear, student. What is happening? The particles are vibrating, vibrating. And what is happening? These vibrations will reach your ear. So vibrations will reach your ear. And that is what you say. And inside the ear, there is a system. And that also starts vibrating. And any vibration means vibrations produces sound. That is what we are saying. Is that right? The
Yes, sir.
vibrations produce sound. So there are vibrations In fact, we know basically everything is vibration, energy. What is energy? Particles start vibrating. And inside our body, you are made up of very tiny particles. There are vibrations. These particles are not at rest, they are moving, but vibrations become more intense. Then they start vibrating the neighboring particles. And then what happens? That energy can reach your ear and you are able to hear the sound. Therefore, we can say sound waves consist of vibrating particles. Therefore, it is like a wave, student. What is a wave which can travel in space? It travels from one point to another point. That is what we call it. It's like a wave which is traveling from the source, that object which is giving the sound. How the object will give the sound, that also, you'll bang the object or some vibrations will be produced in the object. And that vibration will become so fast that it will start vibrating the particles near to it. The neighboring particles, because there are particles around, they start vibrating the next particles, and these vibrating particles are reaching. And how, if a person is speaking, how much distance such vibrations can continue. And when the energy will die, then the sound doesn't reach. So sound consists of vibrating particles which knock into other particles, causing those particles to vibrate and knock into more particle, and so on and so forth. This is how sound waves travels from their source. So you have a source, student, and then there are particles. These particles vibrate, and then what will happen? Sometimes the particle may come closer, and sometimes the particle may closer and farther away. So high, as the pressure is more here, pressure is lower, pressure is more, particles are compressed. There's some type of compression of the particles. And when the pressure decreases, sometimes you will experience they are traveling in this form. So you will see the particles are vibrating when the particles are condensed. Here the particles are closer to each other. So there are compressions. And these particles, you can see they are at a further away distance. There is a high pressure, low pressure. We will call them as rarefactions. And that's the way the particles are vibrating. One particles are vibrating the neighboring particles are vibrating the next particles. And this is how the particles are moving from the source and to the whatever detector you have where you want to catch these. So this is the receiver, which will act as a detector. There is a range of the detector, as we know already. Okay. So one thing is clear to us, that sound is the result of vibrations of the particles. If there were no vibrations, students, there will be no sound. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So unless we have vibrations, there will be no sound. Now what is happening? A human produces sound by using a voice box. What do we have? How am I speaking? In science of bio, student, you will see that what we have, a voice box is there. What we call it? Larynx, in our throat. At the top of the windpipe, a voice box is situated. Sound is produced when vibrations has been made by material or thing, like that when vocal cords vibrate, a sound is. We have a vocal cords. They are vibrating, and when they will vibrate, they will produce sound. Vocal cords. So inside what we have in our throat, a windpipe, a voice box. Voice box is there, and the vocal cords vibrate and produce, what they produce? Sound. What is the form of sound energy? Small things and small questions which we are talking to understand. Sound is a form of energy, just like electricity and light. Sound is made when air molecules vibrate and move in a pattern called waves or sound waves. Waves have an amplitude, frequency, wavelength. We will discuss about this when we will discuss the characteristics of the sound waves. So we already said it is energy. Everything is energy. You have seen when an explosion takes place, what happens? Then so much energy is produced, so much sound can produce that it can damage and even shatter the glass panes. We have seen many places. So
Yes, sir.
thunders, or even loud voices, what will happen? The next question is, how do we produce sound? So sound is energy which is produced when there will be vibrations of the particles. Now, production of sound is number 2 point. Let us see student perform an activities. Take a tuning fork. In physics lab, you will see it. This is a tuning fork. What is a tuning fork? You will see in the physics lab, student. Science lab, you will get a tuning fork. Take a tuning fork, set it vibrating by striking its prong on a rubber pad. What we used to usually do, student, there is a rubber pad in the science lab. Rubber pad, you will set it into vibration. How you will hit it with on the rubber pad? What will happen? This will start vibrating. Vibrating means you will see these points vibrating, going like this. So they are going, start vibrating. Vibrations are produced. Bring it near to your ear. If I bring it to near ear, do you hear any sound? Tell me, what do you say? First point. Do you
Yes,
hear
sir, there
any-
will be sound.
There will be sound. Okay. Why the sound is there? Because there are vibrations which are produced. Touch one of the prongs of the vibrating with your finger and share your experience. What will happen if you touch with a finger? This is energy. It will hit you. What you will feel? What you will feel on your finger?
Vibrations.
Vibration. So you experience it with your friend. Now suspend a table tennis ball or a small plastic ball by a thread from a sport. Here is a sport. This is my plastic or a table tennis ball. Okay. Take a big needle and a thread. Put a knot at one end of the thread. Okay. With the help of needle, pass the thread through the ball. So you will. This is a ball which tied with the thread. Touch the ball gently with the prong of the vibrating tuning fork. What will happen? This is a vibrating tuning fork. Table tennis ball. This is the tied with the thread. If you have a vibrating tuning fork, just touching the suspended table tennis ball, what will happen? Tell me. What is the result of this? The ball will,
Vibrate. It will vibrate.
it will move from here, as you can see. So this is having energy. Sound has energy. It has, because of these vibrations, what happened? As soon as you suspend a table tennis ball, okay, plastic ball or table tennis ball, then touch the ball gently, then this will produce vibrations in this, and then this will start vibrating. So the particles of these from, you can see tuning fork sets the particles of the ball into vibrations, and when they vibrate, you will see the ball oscillating like this. Ball is vibrating. This is what we are trying to show. Sound is being produced. Or if you want to produce sound, then we have to make the particles vibrate. The particles of the ball vibrate, vibrate, and they will produce sound. Activity 1. Let us see. In the NCERT books, he gives another activity. Fill the water in a beaker or a glass up to the brim. This is the brim. You fill the water. Gently touch the water surface with one of the prongs of the vibrating tuning fork. Vibrating tuning fork. Touch it. Next, dip the prongs of the vibrating tuning fork in water. Next, you will dip the in water. We will show that diagram. Observe what happened in both cases. Discuss with your friend why this happens. What will happen if I touch this is a vibrating tuning fork with this water? What will happen? Water surface with one of the prongs of the vibrating tuning fork. What is the result of this?
Sir, water will start moving.
Mean vibrations will be produced.
Yes, sir.
So the vibrations of the tuning fork are setting the vibrations in the water. This is the result of this. And what happens when you will put this vibrating tuning fork inside both the prongs of the vibrating fork dipped in water? So what will be the result of this?
There will be vibrations in the water.
So basically, when vibration takes place, what is produced?
Sound.
And in the above activities, we have produced sound by striking the tuning fork. So tuning fork produces vibrations. Student. And when these vibrations produce vibrations in other particles, what will happen? Sound will be produced. Sound will be produced. Therefore, if you have to produce sound, what you have to do is, we have to produce vibrations. And we can also, therefore, tuning fork can be used to produce sound. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We can also produce sound by plucking, scratching, rubbing, blowing or shaking different objects. If I have a wire, what happens? If you pluck the wire, what happens? If the particles start vibrating, what will happen? The sound will be produced. Scratching, when you scratch something, rub something, or you shake an object very fast, what will happen? Then these objects will produce sound because of the vibrations. Next question is, students, first you have seen that sound is a form of energy. Number 2, you said in order to produce sound, the particles should vibrate. When vibrations will be there, the sound will be produced. And activities and experiments have been done to show that. Tuning fork has been used to produce sound, or you can pluck a string, or you can move an object. Again, the sounds are produced. Now, how the sound propagates? Question number 3. propagation of the sound. When an object vibrates and produces sound, particles of the medium at the point of generation begins to vibrate. You have a source. You are saying if vibrations will take place, the source is also made up of particles. When these particles will vibrate, student, what will happen? They will produce sound. Okay? What is sound? They will start vibrating the particles of the medium. This is your medium. Medium is made up of, any medium will have particles. If air is a medium, air has particles, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What particles air has?
Atoms.
Air is made up of what? You are saying oxygen, nitrogen, other gases, or some other particles, dust particles, or other gases could be there. So there are particles, they will also undergo vibrations. And then these particles begin to vibrate, and this is how you are saying the sound is undergoing propagation from source to the receiver end. The particle passes on the vibration to its adjacent neighboring particles, whatever adjacent neighboring particles are there. The first particle comes back to its equilibrium position of rest. Then the second particle passes its vibration to the neighboring third particle, then again comes back to the position. First gives this vibration to the next and comes back. It gives to the next, comes back. And then particle passes its vibration to the neighboring third particle and then comes back. The process continues until vibration reaches to the listener and is able to hear the sound. So from one particle, these particles to the neighboring particles, the propagation of sound takes place. Finally, it is reaching the listener or source, receiver. And as we see, actual particles of the medium don't travel. This is important to note that. Do the particles travel when the sound travels? Another question.
No.
Question. Do the particles of the medium, travel, student, from the source to the receiver or listener? What is your answer?
No, sir.
No. Then what the particles do? They only vibrate. This particle was there, it vibrated and it produced vibration here, it produces here, but then it comes back to the equilibrium position, vibrate, come back. So they only vibrate. So what travels is the vibration travels. Vibration travels. Where it travels? Through the medium. Vibration travels through the medium. That is what we call as a wave. So what is a wave, student? Particles are not traveling. Then what is traveling? Particles are not traveling, student. What is traveling?
Vibration.
Vibrations, and that is called the wave motion. It is a wave motion, student. So sound vibrations, or there is a sound wave. There are waves. Sounds are traveling. What we call as a wave motion. Earlier you have studied about the wave motion, student. You are saying there are waves. When you throw a stone in a pond of water, what happens? You are saying it's a wave motion. Ripples are produced. So this wave is a very common thing which we experience, student. But particles are not moving. Vibrations are transmitted from particles to particles, from particles to the neighboring particles, and so on. So wave is a disturbance, student, that moves through a medium when particles of the medium set neighboring particles into motion. So wave motion, when I say it's a wave, that means it is a disturbance. Try to understand everything, that's all. It is a disturbance, student, which is moving from the source to the receiving end, and medium is required for this purpose. There will be need of medium. The disturbance will move in a medium. Since sound waves are characterized by motion of particles in the medium, they are called mechanical waves. Important point, student. What type of waves are these? Sound waves are mechanical waves. What do you mean by mechanical waves? Students, tell me. Why they are called mechanical waves? Another question. All these
Sir,
are
because
questions.
in sound waves there are motion of particles.
We are saying sound waves are characterized by motion of particles in the medium. They will need a medium to travel. If medium is not there, there will be no vibrations, there will be no sound. And such waves are called mechanical waves. Such waves are called mechanical waves. The particles will vibrate, and if particles are not there, there will be no vibration, and therefore there will be no propagation of the sound. You know that from the sun, light energy is reaching the earth, but there are some sounds in the stars. Are they reaching the earth?
No, sir.
Why? Why the sound is not reaching the earth from other stars, but light is able to reach? What is the answer? Understand everything. Light is not a mechanical wave, student. Light is an, we will tell you about light also, is electromagnetic wave. Light can travel in vacuum. Light can travel without a medium, but sound needs a medium to travel. When there will be no atmosphere, no medium is there, no particles are there, what will happen? Sound cannot travel. And you know how much atmosphere you have above the earth? There will be a point after which, what do you have? No atmosphere.
Yes, sir.
And then what will happen? There will be no sound. The sounds cannot travel. There are no particles. Sometimes you have seen astronauts story when their spacecrafts go from Earth to Moon or some other places, then they tell all these stories. So mechanical waves will always require a medium to travel. Sound waves do not reach from the stars, but waves, light waves reach, because light is a special type of wave. That's also a wave, but special electromagnetic wave, which we'll learn more about in the next classes. One more thing we studied, student, they will ask you that sound propagate, how the sound propagates. That was the question. The sound propagates in a medium in the form of compressions and rarefactions. There are compressions and rarefactions. Compression, what is it? We also say that it is a longitudinal wave. Long lengthwise, you will see longitudinal wave. We are just going to tell you about it. So sound propagation takes place in the form of compressions. What is a compression? A region in a longitudinal wave where particles are closest together. Rarefaction, a region in longitudinal wave where the particles are farthest apart. Wave motion and particles. Waves move at different speeds through different kinds of matter. We'll see that. If I have air, if I have water, if I have steel, okay? Air, water, steel is a solid, air is a gas, and what happens? Will the sound travel, move at the same speed? What do you think?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll see what we are trying to say. Now, what do you mean by compression? And then here you see, this is our source. This is giving sound. As soon as vibrations start, there are particles start vibrating. When pressure is high, what is this? They are getting compressed. These particles are closest here. Compressions. These are compressions. See, here you can see there is a lower pressure region. Particles are further, what we call as R, rarefactions. Again, you see compressions, rarefactions. Compressions. These are compressions. These are rarefaction, compressions. This is our rarefaction. This is compression. Like this, what is happening? The sound vibrations are moving. Sound vibrations are moving. And in the same form, we are showing that it is a wave. And this is the direction of propagation of wave. And this is also the direction of propagation of sound. Direction of propagation of sound energy. Sound is energy. Also in the same direction. We are showing it, as you can see, when compression takes place, particles are very close. Very close. So this is a higher energy. As you can see, there's a type of wave. And here again it drops. So they are showing just like a wave. Wave as a, what you have, this is a trough crust like this situation. And here, for example, if I consider a spring, you have seen a spring?
Yes, sir.
So in a spring, students, if you compress a spring or you stretch a spring, what type of, and leave it, what type of motion is there? You will see that there will be compressions and rarefactions. They come closer, compressions, rarefaction, compression, rarefaction like this. And the distance between two compression, here we are saying wavelength, which will be explained to you when we will talk of the characteristics of the wave. Characteristics of the mechanical wave. Sound is a mechanical wave. And it is traveling in the form of compressions and rarefactions.
Yes, sir.
So between two compressions, successive compression, we are saying wavelength is there. Between two rarefaction, again same wavelength. We will discuss about that also, what wavelength means. All right. So we are able to see that sound is able to travel, is a longitudinal wave. Longitudinal wave, the sound energy, the sound is traveling, propagating in the same direction as the direction of the motion of the particles. This is called a longitudinal wave. An activity has been provided in your book. Can sound make a light spot dance? Is an activity. Read what is written in the activity. Students, read it.
Yes, sir.
Read,
Take a
read.
tin can.
Okay.
Remove both ends to make it a hollow cylinder.
Can you make it? Okay.
Take a balloon and stretch it over the can.
Okay.
Then wrap a rubber band around the balloon.
Okay.
Take a small piece of mirror. Use a drop of glue to stick the piece of mirror to the balloon.
Okay.
Allow the light through a slit to fall on the mirror.
ठीक है.
After reflection, the light spot is seen on the wall, as shown in figure 12.4.
Okay.
Talk or shout directly into the open end of the can and observe the dancing light spot on the wall. Discuss with your friends what makes the light spot dance.
All right. What do you want to say on this? You can try and do this activity. What will happen? Dancing light spot, the lights first start dancing. What is the reason?
The vibration of particles.
Okay, what we have, you can do this and we will discuss and with you some other time or next time. At least you try this and see. Activities are meant to provide you that the sound, are vibrations. Sound travels in the form of vibration, and sound is energy. So what type of things you will experience, you note down, and then we may discuss next time. Okay. The whole thing is also a very important point to note in this case, student, what we are saying. The particles do not travel all the way from the vibrating object to the ear. Important point to note. Particles do not travel. ठीक है? A particle medium in contact with the vibrating object is first displaced from its equilibrium position. It exerts a force on the adjacent particle, as a result of which adjacent particle gets displaced from its position of rest. After displacing adjacent particle, the first particle comes back to its original position. So this particle, when it displaced this one, ठीक है? It went here, then it comes back to the original position, equilibrium position. ठीक है? This process continues till the sound reaches your ear. The disturbance created by a source of sound in mediums travels through the medium and not the particles of the medium. So the disturbance which we call as a wave, ठीक है? Wave is created by a source of sound. ठीक है? Disturbance created by source of sound in the medium travels through the medium. Disturbance is traveling through the medium, not the particles of the medium. What happens to the particles of the medium? They come back to their equilibrium position.
Yes, sir.
This is a very important point. The particles will come back to their original position. Okay. Then, student, what is a wave? What is sound wave, students? Wave, it is a disturbance that moves through the medium when the particles of the medium set neighboring particles into motion. They in turn produce similar motion in others. Particles of the medium do not move forward themselves, but disturbance is carried forward. This is what happens during propagation of sound in the medium. Hence, sound can be visualized as a wave. Sound waves are characterized by motion of particles in the medium. That is why they are called mechanical waves. Question: why sound waves are called mechanical waves. Answer you have already given. Sound waves are characterized by motion of particles. Sound waves are characterized by motion of particles in a medium, hence are called mechanical waves. Important question. You have to note down everything. Number two, another question was question answer. What are compressions and rarefactions? Compressions is the region of high pressure. Compressions are regions of high pressure. And rarefaction what type of regions they are? Low pressure, pressure is related to number of particles in a medium in a given volume. What do you mean by pressure? More particles, ठीक है? More particles in a given volume. If there are more particles in a given volume, what do you mean by high pressure? More particles in a given volume. If the number of particles will increase in a given volume, pressure will be more or less?
More.
More. Okay. Pressure related to the number of particle important in a medium. More density of the particle gives more pressure. Similarly, what do you mean by more density? Density mass per unit volume. More particles mean more mass per unit volume. So there will be where density is more, here or here. Compressions. High pressure you are saying. And more density. So medium here the density is more. Thus propagation of can be visualized as propagation of density variation or pressure variations in the medium. In other words, what is happening? We can also say propagation of sound is propagation of pressure variations. There are many ways of saying, or it is also, or what we say, sound can also be visualized as propagation of density variations. Higher density, low density, like this, they are moving. Can we see it?
Yes, sir.
So there are regions of, this is high pressure, which we call as a compression, and this is your rarefaction. Here, pressure less, low, and density low. Here, pressure high, and then pressure high. Pressure is more, density is also more in these compressions. This is how a vibrating object creating a series of, so any object which is vibrating, what it does? It creates series of compressions and rarefactions. A vibrating object just like a tuning fork. It creates in the medium, series of compressions and rarefactions. And this is the way sound will travel from the source to the receiver end, in the form of compressions and rarefactions. Number one top question on the screen, student. How does sound produced by a vibrating object in a medium reach your ear? Question number one. What is your answer, students?
Sir, this happens in the form of compressions and rarefactions. Uh, when the particles from the vibrating object, it transfers the vibration to the adjacent particles, and then the vibration from the particles return back to its equilibrium rest position, and so in this way through it vibrates and then reaches us.
So sound vibrating object produces series of compressions and rarefactions. What you are saying that a sound vibrating object, ठीक है, vibrating object produces series of compressions and rarefactions in the medium. And when these compression and rarefactions travel from source to the ear, then what happens? The sound reaches our ear. And compression, rarefaction, of course, we have already said, there are vibrations in the particles. Particles are vibrating, and one neighboring particles are displaced, are vibrated, and the particles come back to their original position. These vibrations are transmitted in the form of a wave, in the form of a disturbance. All right, this is the first part of the sound, very interesting, and we will go to the next part again next time. So the session ends up here. You are meant to answer the question which was asked, and therefore we will meet you in the next class. Okay, bye bye.
Thank you, sir.